do you guys participate in these challenges? For example, the latest post a black and white picture of yourself. We had more 6 million women posting their pictures. Do you participate? And what do you think of the challenges?
I participate in social media challenges sometimes, but which are just clear cut where I can just tell that, wow, okay, let me jump on board. But if you're asking about the black and white one, at first I saw it and I was puzzled. I wondered what it was about, so I did not participate until I did further research. I asked one lady, Barbara, actually, she's on Instagram, she usually participates in these, thanks Barbara, and she was like, oh, just jump on board, tell people it's not compulsory and stuff like that. And maybe that's something I'll come into later, about why I thought like this particular one is one where I would say it can be compulsory. So later, when I educated myself about what it was, I posted, I joined in.
And do you ever participate in these challenges?
Of course. I'm a good person. I participate. Most of the challenges require me to post a picture of myself or of my dog or of my cat. Unless you ask me to post a picture of my child, then I'm likely not to participate, because like today, the black and white challenge, I saw a notification. It shows 4 days ago on Instagram, because, well, I check Instagram once in a while. And then I saw it one night when I was going to sleep and I didn't understand it. I'm like, women supporting women. I'm like, okay, I click that. Women, I always support women. And then, but then I didn't understand it. I slept on it until now, when I realized, oh my God, this is a huge challenge. Let me go back and actually participate. I want to participate, but there was no picture. My daughter kept telling me, oh no, mommy, not that one. She wanted me to post one where I was 22 at campus.
Why not? It's how you want to be remembered.
So we pushed it.
Florence, what is this particular campaign about? I know that a lot of people just got the invitations, they just found a message in their Instagram, and they don't really know, like, what are we participating in? But it looks good. Anytime I'll do a selfie, or anytime is a good time for me to post a picture I like of myself, I'll just make it black and white and fit in. What was the point of this one?
Yeah, that's the thing about fitting in, because as Irene Nerembe said, vanity. Most people are just doing it for vanity, and it's understandable. But this challenge, when you go down to the roots of it, because I called out people, I saw the New York Times post where even one lady was asking, fine, black and white, what's it all about? And some people really commented on my post, and they were like, we're also a bit confused. Even Uwe Tuare, that's a former journalist who worked with us at NTV, had posted, obviously, the usual bandwagon. And later, she educated herself and she found out what it was. And I was like, yes, that's how it should be. And that's when I went on the internet, read some Guardian articles, BBC, some Turkish articles, went on their website, for the organization dealing with, Stop Femicide, and I saw what it was about. So this black and white challenge accepted, it's in solidarity with all the women who have been murdered in Turkey. Almost 500 actually in 2019. And there are fears that this very year, 2020, there are going to be more reports, because you all know COVID-19, there's been a lot of increase in domestic violence against women, and femicide in particular, which is really the cruelest form, the worst end of it all, when someone takes your life. So this particular one started when a 27-year-old student, Pina, was murdered a few weeks back by her ex-boyfriend. It was a gruesome murder. She was beaten, burnt, buried in garbage, and covered with concrete. You see, this is something which takes me back to Uganda. It reminds me of Brenda, who was a receptionist at NTV. Was that like 10 years back or more than that? She almost died in the same way. So yes, violence against women is a global phenomenon. And this is something I really wanted to be behind. I was like, wow, what's happening in Turkey is happening practically everywhere. So
I mean, Florence, even before we go 10 years back, the recent, well, not recent, but about two years or a year ago, when all these women were getting killed in different parts of the country, and then you find things shoved up, their private parts, the sticks and things, all of the things that had been happening.
That is femicide. Like I said, it's a global phenomenon. So I was really angry. I was pissed off that it was hijacked. Of course, I can't blame really the people who are posting their black and beautiful pictures. And if you find out the truth, why not edit your picture? And accept that challenge with all this information, because these Turkish women, they say they wake up every freaking day to look in the media, seeing another black and white photo of another woman murdered. Another woman, another life taken gruesomely. Femicide is someone just being killed because they're a woman, because they're a young girl. They just do that because they have the power over them. And when I looked at one organization which is trying to stop femicide in Turkey, who will stop femicide, the reasons they give, guess what? Starts with a P, and P. Patriarchy. Women are advocating for autonomy. They want the power to make their own decisions. They want to work, they want to go to school, they want to go to university, everything you guys want. They want to get a divorce when the relationship is not working. Now, that is something they will not tolerate. And that's even where honor killings were coming. So these are all things that are really happening in Turkey and most parts of the world. So you find out such a history, and this is a campaign you want to be behind. These women are going up on the streets. All of this July, they have been on the streets. And the best we can do, be there for them, is go on social media and give them space. Just one post.
I've seen the articles and the different, the back and forth from different people criticizing the campaign and saying, what you mentioned earlier about how there's really no sense to just a picture and all of that. And I was asking myself, do we know how the Turkish women, for example, feel about the other women around the world taking part and posting their black and white pictures?
They felt like the message was changing. It wasn't really reaching anyone, and they wanted to change the hashtags. But then stars like Jessica Biel, Christina Aguilera, they came on board and they were all posting about the Turkish femicide. All it takes is a famous person in a country. Now, Karunji, you're famous in that Uganda. If you posted something like that, imagine all your followers. This is a cause worth following. This is a cause worth giving space on my social media. And that's how it should be for all the causes. There are reports like so far in July, 40 women have succumbed to femicide. Imagine, femicide.
Wow.
It's the worst. This is, and most of these things happen because, culturally, it is accepted to discriminate against women and girls. So women in Turkey, if you do not even have a child, whether it's by choice, or you're barren, or you're just holding off, their own president calls them deficient. How do you expect such women to be, loved, respected by their own men, by their own friends, families?
And do you think that the message went across? Did you know about what the point of the black and white pictures was before Florence spoke about it today? Was this something that you thought, oh, this message was successful, I know what it's about, so
No, before Florence started talking about it, I really didn't have much info. I'd seen a notification, like I said, from my friend nominating me because she knows that I support everything women, anything women and girls, I am there. So definitely this is a challenge I should have seen. But it happened at the time when this week has been very hard for me. My two babies have been sick, little babies, my baby and my sister's baby. And here we are, but that doesn't mean that I won't participate or I haven't participated, because I have liked, I have heard. And also it doesn't mean that the message was hijacked. For me, I think it's difficult in days of where information is too much, where people are doing so many other things. It's difficult for everyone to be like Florence, for everyone to go back and find the origin of where something is coming from. Right now, as we speak, even people who are knowledgeable in these things cannot conclude whether the challenge started in Turkey, whether it started in the US, whether it started, I don't know where. And that doesn't matter for me. For me, women matter. And then if something is going to be saying women supporting women, I am going to support it in whatever way I can. I may not post a picture, but I'm going to support it.
What do you think? How do you tell if you're just posturing or if you're actually participating in the protest? So, for example, would you participate if it was not a picture of you that was being asked for, but some kind of action, or if they were asking you to share some facts and statistics about the issue? Because I think that for some people, they're worried about whether or not what they're sharing on their social media platforms will get them the likes and build their following. And so I think that's when you're posturing, because you're doing it for, you know, the likes and the following and, you know, the comments that come up. And before you even answer, speaking for myself, I think when I got the what they call it, the Instagram message, I'm not really good on Instagram. Frankly, I don't even know how to use it. I'll just go there to post a picture just so I don't forget that I'm on that platform as well. So I got that message. Don't be embarrassed, Florence. I got that message and I went there, but because of the person it came from, I said, okay, this person never sends me this stuff. So if they send it to me, surely it's important to them and it's important. I'm going to do it. But then it didn't really have a message. It wasn't telling me what this is about. It, you know, and when I tried to find out, what I found was there was a 2016 campaign of something about a way to encourage each other, other women encouraging each other to be seen and supported. But when I started to see the comments that were coming under my picture, I asked myself, wait, was this the point of this challenge? And so on. I mean, it's a nice picture, but was that the point? So vanity actually came into play for me. And I was actually really ashamed of myself when I then found out. I saw your post a couple of days, no, about yesterday, I think, Florence, explaining the genesis of it all. And because I rarely visit Instagram, and I saw your post on Facebook, so I had never gone back to Instagram to check the person who sent it to me and to actually understand that she'd gotten the message and also changed what she had written before. So I will be changing what I'd written against mine. But how do you tell if you're just posturing or if you're actually part of the protest?
There's one time I participated in the shuffling dance where you go down the stairs, you get up and, oh my God, look at me.
So that.
Remember that sometimes we wear short shorts. So, you know, you just dance, shuffle and dances. And, you know, you're just, you know, having fun. It's all about TikTok and you post that challenge. I think I even posted it for NTV Dance Party one time, which is tonight, by the way, so better attend. So, yeah, you know, sometimes it's just having fun. But yes, I would tell that I'm just, you know, joining this wagon and that's it. And I don't like the things of tag 50 people, tag 100 people. One person even told me I don't even have 50 people to tag. And that's why I say like, they're making me feel like it's compulsory, but I don't want to. But then, you know, she was posting. So I was like, okay, you know. So yeah, sometimes it's just really vanity and you can't tell.
Don't call people vain. I'm really not liking this whole idea of thinking someone is vain because they are on social media and they've seen something and they've jumped on board. Sometimes they really don't have all that background info and they are not the kind who go or do all that research about something. And I think women especially, we are visual. I don't have pictures of myself, but I like to see visual things. I like to see beautiful women. So whatever works, let it go. Let people share the way they know. Let people relax. You know,
I'm not going to give a pass to people who do something out of ignorance. I'm not going to really excuse that.
No, it's not ignorance.
People who are just, you know, being, I don't know.
This is the only message we
ignorance can be fixed, and people should start educating.
At the end of the day,
I do not believe that.
Guys,
people should start educating themselves. People should use their data and start doing research. And I'm sorry.
Social media.
Florence, just let Anne say, you know, from her perspective, and then we can come back to you. Perhaps I might also have my own thought on the matter. Please, and finalize what you were saying.
I think the message is already there. For me, I let people play the way they want to play. They participate the way that works for them, and that's okay. If you want to be serious and share a long message and all that, fine. But don't force people to participate in something. That I agree with you on that. But also don't You don't fault people for not understanding what something is about. But if I see women supporting women, for me, that means it's something about women empowerment, and I will participate. And if I do find out that it's about femicide, God forbid, I will maybe come back and participate even more and clarify. But I don't expect anyone or everyone, for that matter, to not participate or not to share that first picture. Honestly, me, I go on Facebook to look at people's beautiful pictures sometimes. I'm not looking for research. If I want to go or find that, I got WHO, there's a whole nice PDF on femicide and how many people have been killed and all that. That's not why I'm on Facebook. I'm just trying, it's downtime. I'm trying to distress from the day, and then I get into that mood of sleep, and then I see a challenge, then I like it. Then maybe if I have a nice picture that I took and I wanted an opportunity to share, I turn it into monochrome and then share. And then the lights will be there in the morning and life will go on.
And I disagree in the sense that I don't think we are, I think people think that a lot of women are airheads and that we don't have the ability to think and to also conceptualize things and think about what we are doing. And I think that a lot of women actually would want to understand what I'm doing and then do it from, a place of understanding, a place of knowledge. If when I see something I like to educate myself, I want to know am I participating in, why am I participating? If I don't even have that time, I'll look for who is participating, and especially in the circles that I know are strong about the issues that I'm strong about, and I'll know I'll get an answer from there. So I wouldn't encourage women to just wake up and you see something, join the bandwagon. I think there's a lot of problems there. You don't want to join things you don't understand. You don't know what you're joining. When we saw the Black Lives Matter campaign and people didn't really understand, a lot of people didn't understand it. That's when they kept coming in to say things like all lives matter, or questioning why we're focusing on this thing. I think it's important that people take the time to educate themselves about something before they join it. That's what I think.
I think Zuckerberg doesn't like you right now. We are supposed
100%. And on some issues, you're allowed to live in your ignorance world, but this
that's not ignorance.
The fact that you can be on that internet and romance it and distress and whatever, seriously, you can spare one time. There are so many hundreds of challenges you can really participate in, but there is just one. You should take an interest, educate yourself, and this is what like I said in all these episodes, we keep telling people, educate yourselves, get the information, and then yes, feel free to go on a vanity journey. Or say, wow, this is something worth. Even your followers will respect you, I'm telling you. And like I said, we've said it, we can't say it enough. You don't have to jump on anything.
Listen, how do you participate?
You say amen, Jesus is going to give you a husband, say this and this. But even if it works for you, fine, go on, say amen. Tag 1,000 million people, because it's direct, it's talking about the word of the Lord. I won't really fault you for it, but don't guilt people into getting in it. But I feel like there are some campaigns whereby we should educate ourselves. And honestly, in your heart of hearts, even if someone tells you it's compulsory, blah, 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 in your heart of hearts, you should tell yourself, wow, this is something that should be compulsory. This is something that everyone should jump on. This is something I'm getting behind, Like no one even needs to tell me that it's compulsory. It's automatic. Like, hello, this is happening everywhere. It's affecting women and young girls everywhere. It's happening in my own country. It's not only in Turkey. It's not only in Poland where the presidents want to, withdraw from a treaty which is protecting women against violence. A global treaty which can be replicated and used, like I said, global, all over the world. This is something we should be passionate about and fired out for. There are so many challenges I said you can attend and no one is going to stop you, but please educate yourself. Do not live in ignorance land. Do not just be that person who just wants, the likes, the word and stuff. Explain things to people. Not everyone is receiving messages. So I'm like, yeah, people are not going to go in their inboxes and start digging out this since, you're sending them this portion and telling them, I just write challenge accepted. Even the beautiful message which came with that vanity post about women supporting women, this and this and this. That beautiful explanation wasn't even posted on their timelines.
I think there's a lot to be said for using your platforms for good, for change, for to inform people. I mean, but I guess we join social media for different reasons. I have reasons why I have my platforms. Somebody else might have their own reasons. But my next question, guys, is how do we do better? If I want to post a black and white picture or play along or not at all, because I feel this dilutes a strong message that needs to come out, how do I raise awareness about a thing? Or how do I offer support? Do I call up my women friends and check on them? If we're talking about, depending on the campaign, do I call up the ones in abusive relationships and check on them? Do I call up the ones who need counseling support and find them that kind of support? Do I share my own story? Do I donate money to a cause? What are the different ways that we can support messages that maybe are out there and you're thinking it's not going as it should have gone? Aside from, if you're going to post the same message, post the actual message, post the figures, the statistics, what's actually happening.
Well, you've practically mentioned most of the ways that you can do it. For example, I feel like you should have called me about the power of 10K. That was something powerful. It's something I would have loved to be part of. Even if I wasn't contributing money, it's something I would have shared, even sharing, guys, a tweet, liking, sharing.
Florence, the power of 10K continues. I am telling you now, and thank you for watching the show last Sunday. Please contribute your 10K and more. Carry on.
Yeah, that'd be nice, because I'd rather like some of them. If you see a strong post on menstruation, think of Florence. Throw it my way. There's no one going to ignore it, Yeah. You know the things you can share with your girlfriends, direct and tell them, guys, there's this campaign really going on. Because like I said, guys, we are above 30. We are brilliant women. We shouldn't just be, we're going on social media fun for fun, but, make a difference, make a change, You can post all your crap. I posted my crap. I think yesterday I posted a video dancing. I
saw you in a towel.
Just from the shower, and I was throwing my hair all around. Like, it's a useless post. But that's it. Have a balance. It's not gonna take away from your fun social media life. So yes, I would share if something is really strong. I feel like we should. I'm not doing it enough, but I feel like if there's a campaign that Josephine can feel strongly for, tell her.
Have you ever felt a certain kind of guilt because you didn't participate in a particular challenge? Previously I never really bothered, and especially the challenges on Facebook. There was that time when you'd find on a lot of women's Facebook statuses, there'd be something like, I am going to Japan for 3 months, and and that was supposed to be something that makes us all, if you see it on different people's whatever, you're asking what's happening. And I never really understood the point of it. I didn't see how, because I assume that we are posting all of these things so that people ask questions, right? And then we give them answers.
Yeah.
But we are assuming that people have the time to come back to look for the answers. Yeah. So why are we not posting it all at once? But have you guys felt guilty about not posting? I mean, I'm a big believer in don't post what you don't understand.
No, I never feel guilty, Josephine. I do not have any time or energy to feel guilty about something that is going around and I haven't participated, because my life is full. I have bills to pay. I have kids to look after. I have parents to think about, and all these other things, relatives, work, what deadline and stuff. There's no way I'm going to feel guilty about a social media campaign, unless it particularly affects my, bottom line, milestones, anything. But I will get to it when I find it. Whenever I find it, I will share. I will like if it concerns me. If it doesn't and it has passed, well and good. Life goes on. There'll be another challenge. There are always I don't want this idea to feel that there are no opportunities to support women, for example, or that you've run out of options, or that you've missed something that is going on. Everyone is talking about it. That you've missed. Right this morning, someone came to my door to tell me about changing. Someone who was fighting with their wife the other day, and they wanted to sort of take over the business of their wife of garbage collection. And I had to first call the woman, because they are now separated. I had to first call the woman and say, here, this man, I called him his name. I'm so sorry. I said, this man is here on my door, and he was hearing, and he's saying she's the one taking over the business right now. So that is my way of supporting women and Carrie, there are opportunities. There's another lady who is here helping us with laundry and stuff. There are so many opportunities. You can't limit everything to social media just because someone is not there. So I don't feel guilty. No one can make me feel guilty, actually. It's very difficult. Like, I dare you.
No,
Thank you.
What is your, Florence, what is your checklist for whether or not you participate in a challenge?
Well, I pretty much talked about, everything. Usually, if I see a challenge, I'm going to click on the hashtags, first of all. I'm going to see what everyone else is posting. I'm going to look at the stars, all those people, what are they saying, what's behind it. And I want to participate from a point of knowledge, Then I can enjoy it. Like I said, I enjoyed the shuffle dance. I participated. I even posted it on TikTok, submitted it, even social, I had fun with it. I engaged with people. Would I feel guilty if I didn't participate in something? Well, yes and no. And it depends. If I saw, there's some breast cancer ones I really would have loved to participate in, but I missed out. But I usually ended up even still saying, wow, okay. People are removing their bras. Is it making sense? So one time I was like, why not? So I took off my brand of Brade, in solidarity with women, with breast cancer. You're putting out still this message. Although, of course, some people always hijack the things and they start putting porn-related things, and the men start, abusing women. But yeah, so I would be, for some campaigns, I would participate. I would feel guilty if I didn't participate, especially if it's really a worthy cause. I'm one person who is so impassioned about health-related issues. So if anything is health-related, yes, throw it my way. I will look at it. I'll see what I can do with it. I can refine it in my own way. And sometimes I change the things. I can just go to maybe WHO, read up, go in the Uganda Demographic Health Survey and see what's happening in Uganda, actually, So there is this statistic, and I'll put that in whatever challenge that is. But research. I am an informed person. Yeah. I'm not going to give in to being ignorant. When I know there's information out there.
I don't participate in a lot of challenges unless it's something, and for me, I'll tell you my checklist for when I'll participate, except the most recent one where I was off the mark, and I apologize to the world for that. I'll be correcting what I put as a caption. But for me to participate, I need to have done my research about it. I need to understand the point of it. Am I sold to the mission of why they're actually doing this thing? Am I willing to go the long haul for it? Can I engage in debate about it? If I'm marching on the street and somebody comes from someplace and throws a microphone in my face and says, so why are you guys doing this? Do I have the answers? Am I informed enough to be able to explain? Because I might be at that point the voice that, has the platform to speak for whatever the cause is. And if I'm unable to do that, chances are high I might back off. So when people ask me, why aren't you? I need to understand. I'm not just going to jump on and say, and then somebody catches me. Then people think it's not serious if they catch you and you're ignorant about what you're talking about.
Exactly.
So for me, I won't usually just jump onto the bandwagon. I need to know. I need to understand. I need to be sold. I need to believe it totally and totally. But guys, our time is fast spent. Florence, do you want to say something so we can close up and you can actually wrap us up?
I believe I've said my piece about challenges and how freedom, really, guys. Let people be. Let people be. You don't know what is going on in their lives. Then also, if you see something and it's touching you in some way, I'm speaking to people like my sister. I know she's listening. They fear posting things. People fear sharing. People fear sharing their thoughts, their feelings, and then they come to our inboxes and they share at home at the dinner table or in WhatsApp. Most people who are actually in Kamoli on Facebook and on Twitter and on Instagram, in WhatsApp there, which is also good. So, but do not fear to participate in something that you feel passionate about. Just say your piece. everyone will take it what say your piece, but from an informed perspective, because things are about women, femicide, children, what parenting, they're very sensitive topics. So you have to be read, like she says. You have to be informed. Then share, say your piece. It's your opinion. Your voice counts.
Yeah, exactly, guys. She's wrapped it up. I'm not even going to argue.
Florence, before you
yes,
before you sum up, I just wanted to say I think it's also important that we remember, if you know where the campaign started. So if we are all in agreement that the campaign started, with the women in Turkey, it's important, I think, to not break down the message of the people who started. If you're supporting them, please support them with the message that they intended to put out. Don't come and, you decide, I'm just going to do mine for fashion. I like that the trend now is this. Please keep your trend. Wait a few, days or months until their thing dies down. Then come back and post it's not going to go away. Yeah. It's not going to go out of fashion. It's a black and white picture. It's been there since our grandparents. Please respect the intention behind the reason for the thing that is being done. Yes, Florence.
You guys have concluded it so well, and it's not good to stay ignorant. Educate yourself. You have the ability to do that. You can go on this internet, just one search, put in black and white challenge, put in challenge accepted on Google. You're going to get in the top, you don't even have to go down. You're going to see it, and it's going to make a difference. You even feel better about yourselves. So such things, anyway, I won't go further. So thank you so much for joining us as usual. We appreciate this. Follow us at In Our World on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, please. We have 30 people, so thank you to the 30 people. Thank you to the 300 on our Facebook, to the almost 200 on our Instagram, and to the almost 100 on Twitter. You guys who just started, and wow, that's love. We appreciate that. So thank you, and see you tomorrow for our topic on weight issues. Weight. So if you have anything to say about weight, hit us in the inbox.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you guys.
Yeah, thank you.